So what survivability tech about to be unlocked. So won't bother with that just yet. Although saying that, I do need. I think I head into the R&D buildings for a second. So what else do I need? So that's survivability. I'll grab all that. Basic capsules. No, I can't unlock anything. I don't have enough of science. So, well, never mind. Let's not hang about. Let's not hang about. Let's finish this off. Let's get this damn thing into orbit once and for all. Because I'm getting a bit fed up with this. I may just scrap the. I'm not going to use this launcher again. Not in its current configuration. I'm going to do a 4-way boost. So it's got plenty of stability. Because that's the reason why the Semyorka went up as stable as it did. Because we don't have just a single pillar of thrust to sit on. The launcher actually sits on a single pillar of thrust. But obviously with the boosters, which is probably why we're getting that sort of roll off pitch. That is in lack of pitch control. So I've got 16 hours. 16 hours! It's no heavier. So why is it taking slightly longer? But that's what I'm thinking. It's because we've got lack of pitch control. Lack of pitch authority. We've got plenty of yaw. Yaw's not a problem. But it's pitch. Okay. Let's head to the launch pad. Okay, so back at the launch pad, and hopefully for the final time with this launcher, I think I'm going to scrap this launcher. It's just too problematic, at least at the current tech level that we have. And it could be, might be okay to cluster these, maybe 3 of them on the first stage, much wider, but a more squat first stage. Might work then, the engines might actually work properly then, but right now we're struggling with control size because we've only got one pillar, we've only got one axis. We don't have anything on here, as in attached here. At the top and the bottom, well effectively top and the bottom. We've only got one axis pillar of exhaust, which is here. Which is possibly causing problems for pitch. Roll is it? Roll's fine. Yaw is fine. But pitch. Pitch should also be okay, but we've got pitch, but do we have enough of it? So it tends to bounce off quite a lot. I've noticed that. Okay, I'm gonna let this control to get off the pad, but once I get off the pad and this finishes its roll, I'm going to take over manually again because I'm not risking that. Alright, so stand well back. It's going to get quite noisy as people like it before, but can't help that. So 3, 2, 1. gone sort of too flat there. Whoa, what the? Right, God, what the heck? Well, cut out just a few seconds before it's to decouple. I didn't set up an abort program. Silly of mine. Go down to 20 again. I want to keep that. I want to keep the apoapsis, the prograde node, as close to us as possible. This is cursed. This orbit, this... I don't know if it's a mission that's cursed, or if it's this I think it's this launcher. There's just no... There's no sort of control authority with these motors. Let's break it up. Actually, no, I'll leave it in one piece. It'll burn up on re-entry. I don't believe this. And it was arguing with me again when it comes to the yaw. I've done that before. I noticed that before. Modified it. So these verniers don't make any difference at all in the atmosphere. They're fine once you get up above the atmosphere, but before then, they're no good at all. Got very little control authority on the pitch. The yaw's fine, but pitch is just ridiculous. It's bouncing quite a lot. Okay, I'm going to head back before we enter the Earth's atmosphere, because once we enter Earth's atmosphere I can't get out, so I've got to just follow the thing down. Okay, let's get back. Try again. Rather problematic. 14th of December. Yeah, Merry bloody Christmas. Oh, good grief. Oh, crikey. About another 20 points. I don't know why. Waste of money. What are you doing? I have no idea. This is just completely thrown me for 6. And the R&D. I can always transfer some more sort of funds into the SPH once it comes to it, but that might bring it down. All it takes us to sit around doing absolutely nothing. Ah, this is ridiculous. I don't mind admitting this now. This is the first time I've ever actually encountered anything that's causing a problem. It appears to be remote tech. Doesn't actually understand it's got pitch control. But it does understand it, because early on it's fine. It's something it appears to be something within like the mid section of the trajectory of the ascent, as in during the ascent. It seems to be once it gets above about 10 kilometers, it just completely sort of it gets sort of amnesia and forgets what it's supposed to be doing, and it doesn't hold pitch properly. I suppose it could be transonic, something to do with transonic, because the early pilots during World War II, when it was in a high power dive, as in full throttle, and they did a full like nose dive, they actually was buffeted by the sound barrier, and they also, some of them reported that their controls had been reversed. So that could be something to do with it. So until you get high enough in tech, your avionics can't cope with that. I don't know, but as far as I know, there wasn't a problem, because the V2 went supersonic, and its clockwork computer, its little gyroscope and everything else, that controlled it perfectly alright. So I don't get that. I suppose to avoid the problem, we use 4 boosters. I'll just plumb for this attempt to just use the R7 instead. It's probably they'll cost less. They'll cost less by now. So, do I grab the Semyorka out of storage and use that, or do I persevere with? No, I'm going to persevere with this. Let's see what else I can do. I'm going to build another one and see what happens again. So back in the VAB, and I'm pretty close to now just scrapping this launcher altogether. Firstly, it's a standard stage. You haven't got the choice of where to actually ignite the stage. It's like if I had a second stage on top of this, I could at least then choose to ignite it at the apoapsis, at the apogee. Then I could actually achieve 600 kilometer orbit at the periapsis. It's the minimum orbit altitude has to be 600 kilometers. With a sustainer stage, you're pushing the apoapsis, the apogee, all the time. Or you waste energy the way I try to do it down. I pitch down towards the horizon, under the horizon actually, to try and bring that periapsis, well, the apogee, sorry, so I could push the periapsis. Once it turns, it becomes a periapsis. Once it rotates around the Earth, there has to be 600 kilometers minimum. The problem is when you do that, you tend to push it behind you. I wanted to push it behind me, let it come back towards me, so I'm not carrying enough weight. That's what the problem is, from what I can tell. I'm achieving 1-to-1. Yeah, but I'm not, am I? No. 0.98, but then it, yeah. The problem is with that figure, by the time I get into a vacuum, I've used up about half the amount of fuel. So it's 2.25. Let's say 2.25 now, full stop anywhere for the car. No, it doesn't. 0.35. Why is that? Oh, I see, of course. Yeah, so 0.35. That's in a vacuum. 0.24. Half the weight. It's 0.43. So I still don't understand why I'm able to push the apogee. With that, even if I get on to about 10% of the actual fuel, it's only 0.52. But then again, it's also, of course, it's actually counting that as if it's dragging. There we go. That's better. As if it's taking these boosters with it. You don't want that. It's not a problem with the balloon tank configuration, because I wasn't using that. So instability is probably down to lack of avionics, or lack of control authority in the avionics package. But still quite basic when it comes to avionics tech. Strange how come it seems to be very stable straight off the platform and also high altitude, but the mid sort of range of the ascent trajectory seems to be rather sort of lackluster. But then again, we saw it wobbling off when I altered the pitch on remote tech. So it's past the tech limit when it comes to avionics and electronics. That doesn't help us right now. So that's the Agena. And that's its guidance package. So yeah, like I said, you've got no authority, you've got no option but to burn at the apogee, as opposed to, as in pointing the nose to the apogee and burning, pushing it away. You've got no choice. You can't ignite your motors again, switch them off, coast up to the apogee and then ignite them there. So what do I do? Do I do a second stage? We have got the lift capacity. It's 1.53 combined. It's not, it's 1.12. Will it be much of a second stage? It might not even be anything but a payload assist module that I could maybe put together. Like I said, I've been tempted to just get rid of the entire launch and just use the Semyorka, because this is very problematic, and yet we did have a problem with the Juno, and that is definitely a single stack motor. It's only got a single motor on this first stage. So have all the rest of my launches actually, except the Semyorka, and they've never had any problems really. So I don't understand. Let's put it back onto that. So, that's 1 kilonewton thruster. I don't think that's going to work. I need an SRB. No, I don't think so. A little bit too much of that. That is definitely a little bit too much. 1000, I'll definitely get into orbit. We could definitely ignite it at that stage. This is probably why all modern launchers use payload assist modules. From lessons learned. If you want to specify your ending, your sort of your apoapsis or your perigee, your periapsis at the end of your launch, you need a second stage, or need some way of igniting something at that apogee, so you can push periapsis up. But what to actually do? What is that? Stable propellant retro pack. So that's for the Mercury. Is that Mercury? Hey. Interesting. I know it says retro, but who says you gotta do it in retro? How much does that weigh? Oh, 74 kilos altogether. The entire package is less than the semi-orca lifted, yeah, 7 lifted full stop. It's not a very good advert for US technology, is it though? But at this stage there was actually, historically, playing catch up. Yeah, it's a monoprop. 1171 meters per second, but thrust rate is 1.5. Now I want something that I can just instantly sort of give it a kick, so I can just punch it straight up, rather than have to sort of hang around for ages for it to run out of fuel. We've got Pioneer's top boosters, which have to fit on upside down for some reason. Now let's just get rid of that shroud for a second. Obviously nothing. Update. Nope, remove all tanks. Add. Oh, so we should do anything for that. .12 kilonewtons in the vacuum, or 0.105 at sea level. 206 and 235 ISP. Well, that's weird. Is that upside down? I don't think they're upside down, are they? It's a bit hard to see, but I don't think they are. No, obviously not. Forget that. So what else do we actually have? We've only got SRBs. In fact, the SRBs are anything you actually use, I suppose. Simply because trying to use anything else, you need ullage. It says obviously a little retro package there. Yeah, pressure fed from bladder tanks, in other words, balloon tanks. So the balloon tanks are an option if you need a pressure fed engine. That's not bad. So I'm going to have to go with some SRBs. One SRB, not some. Don't want to blast out of the solar system, don't we? Whoa, no. That's far too bloody big. Oh, no, not something like that. I don't have the ability to make procedural SRBs yet, which is a shame. I mean, you have to realise I'm at least about 4 years ahead. That was more than that actually, so I made Orbit quite early on. Oh no, that one we've already tried that one. Oh dear me. Decisions. That's huge as well anyway, so I mean, these others aren't anything like, no, nothing like as big, are they? So that's okay. Guarantee, might as well. Probably pretty much wasted. 200, 214. 8 kilonewtons, both 8 kilonewtons. Right, I've got to pick the wrong one. So UI. You're actually going to give me the UI? Oh, thank you. What do I get? Oh, good grief. It's on the wrong stage, isn't it? That's probably why I wasn't getting anything from the last one. 1015 13.14. You have to be careful of the maximum. If it goes towards anything above sort of 50, 60 Gs, it could tear the thing apart. That's just from experience. Yeah, definitely got a problem with remote text authority. I don't know if it's a feature or if it's a bug. I think it's probably a feature. This is not going to be rotating now. Once I rotate the launch, but it will correct the launch. It will correct the roll. I mean, that's another problem. Right, so I don't need anything else. I don't need a decoupler, as we found out. It already has a decoupler on the fairing base there. No. Grief. I don't need all those antennas either, but well, the way Dangit's been behaving, I don't really trust it to not cause this thing to crash. Alright, so we've got fairing base. Yeah, that's okay. So I'll put that at the top. Looks a bit silly, I know. But I can't actually make a any squat sort of pillar assist modules yet. Yeah, we don't want that, do we? No, we don't. That at the top. Don't want it decoupling its booster before it's actually used it. So that's a pillar assist module. Pillar assist RCB. SRB. That's a boosters. Come on, give me it. Thank you. I'll reshape that. So I've got 13,129. The only reason why I need so much delta V is because I just can't control it low in the atmosphere. And that is the only reason. So it does down that. Then the fairing base decouples its. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I think that's it. That's as good as I can get it, at least for now. We've got 13,129 meters per second now. I mean, 14,000 just over 5 is enough to get to the moon. With it depends on obviously how much mass you're carrying, which this doesn't seem to grasp the concept of when it comes to actually staging. That's the problem. It doesn't actually calculate things correctly all the time. That's weird. 17 days, 10 hours, 16 minutes, and 23 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and build this. Nothing else to do. Let's hope this goes a bit better. Yeah, I think the reason why I'm having problems is because the verniers are also a little bit too close to those boosters. These are slightly too close to here, I think. So when it tries to control, as long as it's not doing it with pitch, I'm not bothered, because pitch would be yawing for these motors. Yeah, I can't see how that can help inside the atmosphere, that. Okay, well, let's go out, let it build, roll it out, and head to the launch pad. Should be daytime by the time we roll it out. Hopefully. I know why it does that sometimes, and next time it doesn't. $14 hours. Well, why is it doing that all of a sudden? I was doing that a few moments ago. Okay, let's go launch. Yeah, I've not said this before, but this is an unlucky launcher. It's definitely jinxed. It's not ideal. Well, that's why you have progression. If everything was working okay, we'd never have new stuff. Just wanted to look at it. It's only about 180. I'll let this pitch first off, because it seems to be okay pitching early on. It's just later on holding that pitch, so I'll switch it off once it gets to 85 degrees. And I'll switch this back on and just hold it as easy as I can anyway. Yeah, so ESAT 3. So that is Explorer 1. Explorer 1 is still going strong. A bit of cloud over the West Atlantic there. It's like a weather forecast. Okay, so don't get noisy again. It's 3, 2, 1. fact that, like I said before, that I could have put the motors in at the wrong sort of attitude, the wrong rotation. That is possible. Arguing with me as well when I'm on manual, so this is just ridiculous. So I'm going to hold it on per grid, on orbital per grid. Yeah, there's a lack of authority with those motors. There has to be. It's not remote tech's fault. Wobbling just beneath, then it just bounces back up. So that is not remote tech's fault. That is not remote tech's fault, so we can't blame remote tech. That is definitely something to do with the actual motor itself. It's lacking control authority. It could be top heavy. It's possible. Attitude control with those SR with the SRB. So see how it goes. Could be rather problematic. Because we're pointing in the wrong bloody direction. First solar-powered satellites looks like there's no important step in increasing usefulness of our satellites in orbit, but I haven't achieved the Vanguard one because I haven't pushed the... Did I cut the motor off too late there? But you can see the problem that they actually faced early on, because they couldn't control things. Once something was up there, they couldn't use anything to remove, sort of modify the attitude. So you can see the problem I had. So I'm pointing 60 degrees down towards, that's still going to be pointing backwards for the apoapsis. But if I wait till it comes back around again up to about here, I will be pointing 60 degrees, about like that. So if I ignite it here, it could push the periapsis up to 600. It's a bit of a tricky thing to do, but I might be able to do it like that. Otherwise it means doing a new launcher with a second stage on it, so I can actually ignite it and I've actually got some control. Let's put it to free mode. Yeah, it's a shame I don't have any fuel dumps, because I could modify the attitude. I've got 21.60 and then, well, I have got 30.531. Oxygen's bleeding off. Yeah, so for some reason I don't have control of these motors once they actually run out of fuel. And LR101 has no more ignitions. Okay. I can't really do much. I could. Yeah, I could wait until the horizon comes up to meet my nose and then ignite the SRB and push the periapsis a little bit more, and it might push the periapsis up. I don't think it's going to reach 600 kilometers though. But we can but try. That is definitely a problem though. The only thing to do is to include some RCS. But I didn't have RCS back in at this point in time. Not quite. Okay, let's move forward. I'm going to leave it attached for now. Just going to wait until the nose hits the horizon. If you notice, when the periapsis is past the launcher, oh, you are joking. When the periapsis is past the launch during the launch stage, just then it actually started coming down. Yeah, we're actually moving slightly off point as well. But so is the... So, good grief, so the nose isn't going to be coming anywhere near where I need it to. So how did the instability get pushed in? I'm pretty sure I didn't push the nose at all. We are actually we are definitely going retrograde. We're going retrograde, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't believe it. So that's going to bring the the periapsis down into the atmosphere. Good grief. There's nothing I can do about it at all. I've got no attitude control. Might as well wait. Well, actually, I can't wait. I've got enough electric charge. Though I might have a fire. Let me control from here. Let me aim the camera. Oh dear, mate. What a mess. 0.66. No, and it's still not reaching any charge. But I suppose it would. 2.4 watts. 3.1 there. And it's still not enough, but then again we've got this, haven't we? Let's take electric charge out. Doesn't actually tell me how much it's taking out though. Let's be operational. Doesn't tell me how much fuel it's, how much electric charge it's using. Well, this isn't using any. Which is all very good. 2851. But I'm pointing down. But that's okay. If we're not using electric charge, I can wait. So at least we'll come on to prograde. If we're still moving, it should do that at some point. And exactly what point, I don't know. What's in the hands of the gods? Approaching this hard atmosphere. Not that hard. No, we're not going to be able to do this. Let's ignite just before. Yeah, that's nice of you to tell me that, but to be honest, I don't really care. 214 kilometres. The only way to get around this problem is to have a second stage with the gimbaling engine. But that means more weight. But we have got plenty of lift capacity. We might be able to just lift a tiny tank just to be able to just correct that spin. And get some. We have to use something with the ullage though. The ullage sort of dump on it. Alright. 2 minutes away. I'll go at 6. No, I'll go almost as close as I dare. Slightly stable. Slightly stable. It's got 30 seconds. So that's 10 past 2:25, 10. 2:25, 10. Yeah, which I'll get to yet. Comms blackout now. So if I that, no we won't. That'll be odd. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. No. No. Vanguard 1. Minimum payout is 600 kilometers. Obviously not. Oh, the devil. Oh, crikey, of course. you can't thrust at the periaxis to push the periaxis up. That just pushes your apoapsis up to 15,561.2. Grief. Well, I might as well stick with this because that's the first it's ever been. Might get some more science out of it, I suppose. Leave it on. I'm going to turn those antennae on. Yeah, I've got no roll control. Absolutely no roll control. Oh, like I said, you get more failures. Well, if we had more failures, you get more failures than success. Should have plenty of range. All those antennas. 9,618. So if I could have. There's a lot of could have and maybes and ifs. But if I could have kept that on prograde, and when I reached the apoapsis, I could have kicked that. I could have kicked the periapsis right up, as you've just showed. Oh dear me. Is that a cube we're passing over? No, we don't need on geography, do you? Yeah, we are. It's Cuba. Cuba and Puerto Rico. There's a fan-assisted microwave on it to call it. So I got burnt on the beach now. It's stupid of me, to be perfectly honest. Not bad, not a bad velocity that. Really getting up for 10,000 kilometers 10,000 meters a second. Only 10 kilometers a second there. Right. Of course, I'm going to run out of electric charge before we reach there. It's going to be 2 hours. Walk forward. No, we shouldn't do. 20 minutes away. We've got no more achievements from altitude though. Didn't reach 16, no, we're at 13,000, yeah, 13,008, about 13,500 kilometres. Alright, don't go mad. Well, I don't think we just need solar panels. 3 watts, and it's still not enough to keep this thing going. 27682851. They might be using more electric charge if these were sort of blocked, I suppose. It's entirely possible. Log radiation, nothing. Typical. Impact data, nothing. Right up here, we're still getting nothing. That was a waste of time. That was a definite waste of time, that. So it's 2767. So if we go away... Oh, nothing else. So that should be 2767. I can't really check it as far as that's concerned. I can't really check the drain or how much it's charging because I don't know how much it's supposed to charge by. I mean, it should. From that, that's 2 watts. I'm pretty sure these antennae don't use that much. Energy 0 seconds, so not using any energy. So why is there a drain on the electric charge? Energy 0 second. So what the heck's going on there? I don't get that. I'll have to rename this. What to actually rename it as? It's going to be up here for quite a long time. I want to go to the or the whatever it's called, not prefix, the suffix of F for filled. It's still in orbit. It's on a heck of an orbit actually. So I'm going to call it E-Sat 4, but it's an F because it's filled. So it's E-Sat 4 because it's filled. E-Sat F4F. So that is a definite failure. Nothing to do with the satellite though. The satellite seems to be fine. But E-Sat 3 should have run out of electric charge. So I'm going to switch to that. I'm going to take a quick look. The strangest thing about this is that we have that's weird. This bar here is showing if it's 50% filled. Yeah, according to this PSPC, it's actually not. That's weird. When it's empty, according to this, completely empty of electric charge. So yeah, electric charges work. So it is draining electric charge properly. So that's good. That was something that just keeps bugging me, and I need to just check it to make sure it's actually working properly. We've absolutely no. Heck was that? So we've got no control over this. You know, the console says we have. We actually don't. Yeah, tapping the SAS key or the RSS key doesn't bring and do anything. Or the throttle. Yeah, throttle's not good, but that's fine. Right, let's try that launcher again, but I think if I go vertically, if I'm showing the map what I mean. If I go vertically and push the apogee way up, once it reaches there, if I straighten out, if I level it out to the horizon, push it enough, but make sure it's actually high enough, but it's also high enough and it doesn't go too far that way, so I'm not off prograde too far, where you like the motor, at which point you might circularize and push the periapsis up when it's supposed to. Because it seems like if you ignite your motor on your second stage, your periapsis is at 200 kilometers. That is usually when what your periapsis will stay at. So I think if I ignite it at 600 kilometers, we'll make sure I'm actually there, and it's actually level on the horizon. That's the only way I can actually do it. It might work. Right, let's head back and sort this out.